This episode is brought to you by Skinny Pop Popcorn. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Oh, so light and crunchy. Skinny Pop Original Popcorn is the snack you've been searching for. Made with just 3 simple ingredients: popcorn kernels, sunflower oil, and salt. Snacking never felt or tasted so good. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Give yourself permission to snack and pick up Skinny Pop Original Popcorn today.
Time to work on your gift list with Black Friday deals at the Home Depot. Right now, get a select tool from top brands like Ryobi and Milwaukee for free when you buy a select battery kit. Choose from reciprocating saws, multi-tools, sanders, and more. Whether you're stocking up on power for your personal workshop or grabbing the perfect gift for someone else's. Get Black Friday tool deals delivered from the Home Depot. Limit 1 per transaction. Exclusions apply. Full eligible tool list in-store and online.
This episode is brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the date of the big game first before you accidentally buy tickets on your 20th wedding anniversary and have to spend the next 20 years of your marriage making up for it. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
I knew it. Another Herdat Media production.
Hi, Chantel.
Hey, Roxanne.
How was your weekend?
It was great. It felt really short.
Did it?
Yeah, and I'm trying to think what I did, even though I saw you yesterday, but I'm like, what did I do?
I know. I feel like it wasn't a short weekend for you because, I mean, you barely worked this week. So,
Yeah, no, I know, but like it was like a lot coming back home and catching up. So like I needed a long weekend. I think on like
Yeah.
Friday, I took like a sleeping pill, guys, and I slept from 8 p.m. to 9 a.m. the next day. So that's like almost 13
wow.
hours. I
What
know.
sleeping pill did you take?
Unisum. You've told me about Unisum, but
Yeah,
it wasn't.
'cause-
I woke
yeah.
up multiple times, but like I went right back to sleep. So like it was finally until like 9 p.m. I was like, okay, I think I'm well rested.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying. Because Unisum was something that my doctor said I could take when I was pregnant because I had so much, like, I was struggling
Insomnia.
to sleep. Yeah. And it's so crazy because I did start using it a couple times. And just because I'm always waking up 100 times in the middle of the night because my kids come in my bed and then I'm just so uncomfortable. And then I stay up, I grab my phone. And so I like now it doesn't work. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, I use it like once every 6 months. Like when I know, like, cause like I was exhausted. Like I probably had like 10 hours of sleep in the past 2 nights before I did it. And when you're so exhausted, you can't go to sleep, but your body's so tired.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not playing this game tonight. Like I was like, I'm just going to take something so I can really just go to sleep. And it really did work. So it was wonderful.
Here's my problem is that I will be so exhausted and it's the perfect opportunity to sleep. But instead I hold off because I'm like, it's so early. Watch me wake up in 2 hours. And then I can't fall asleep when it's time to actually sleep. And I'm like, this is so annoying.
Yeah.
But I did see you yesterday, Mama. By the way,
Mhm.
Chantal, a lot of people enjoyed our last episode. They said we were actually really funny.
Oh, it's probably because I was buzzed. And I was like,
I know.
dying.
We were doing a little bit of bickering or something because
Yeah.
everyone was like, that was so funny. That was such a funny episode. So thank you. We didn't even try at that time. So that's always nice. But yeah, I saw
You guys,
Chantal-
it's funny. Roxanne yesterday, like she has like a Stanley holding around, but in the Stanley, she's drinking. So it's like in front of her family, she's like making it seem like she's drinking water. Why did you put it in there?
No, that's literally what I drink out of. I don't put it on like a red cup. And I got confused because I don't have a Stanley. That was what is the other one?
A Yeti. Like I'm just saying she has like a disguised water bottle that she's like actually drinking liquor out of. So it's like in front of her family, she looks like she's probably drinking water. It's kind of smart because like my aunts be judging. And here she is just drinking, buzzing away.
My cousin was like, why would you bring your own liquor? That's so weird. I was like, I don't know. And that was weird of me, I guess, to do too. But No, my mom is so annoying though, because she knows and she's like, why are you drinking? I'm like, well, it's the Lions
Uh,
game. I'm like, it's the Lions game. Like, we're all drinking. I'm like, what's the problem? But that did happen. It did happen. But moving along, there is some things to talk about. We kind of wanted to dive into everything that's been going on with the Teddy Mellencamp stuff. I'm still shook that this is like a thing. I would have never thought in a million years.
Roxanne loves affairs. Like when
No,
someone's
I
having
don't.
no, as in like the tea of it. Like of course it's sad, but it's like you get so interested. Like you've always been like this, and it's like, and it's so funny. There's like that. Didn't you used to watch that show, The Affair on Showtime? We like
I
loved that
didn't. No,
show.
I didn't watch it. All our cousins did. I
You
never
need to
watched
watch
it.
that show. You love it. It's
You know
literally
what?
amazing.
I think it was like I tried watching it and I didn't like the actors, and I was like, I can't get into this if I don't like the actors.
Oh.
So yeah, like even with the I do love like stuff that has affairs.
Like you like
It's very scary.
scandals. We like scandals. And maybe
Yes,
that's
that's
just a
what
part of our
it
job.
is.
Like we love scandals. We're like, yes, like what's
Yeah.
happening? Like we like the tea.
Like for example, with Tell Me Lies, the teacher scandal. First off, terrible thing, but usually I'd be like into it. I'd be like, look at this like teacher having an affair with their student. I could not stand the actress, so I was like, this is so annoying. I'm so over this storyline.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And even you said that you were over that part too.
Yeah. Because it's like, okay, let's move on.
I don't know. But for me, it's because I didn't like her character. And so that's why. But yeah, I mean, but no, in a million years, I would never think that Teddy would sit there and have an affair with someone who's married and not think that it's going to come out there. I don't know. I really thought that she saw how Kyle, again, the Vicky Tamra stuff back in the day when Tamra got a divorce. Tamra found Eddie, like a younger guy. She was like banging him in the bathtubs. And, Vicky saw that and she's like, I don't have much romance in this relationship. I have a good guy, but I want romance. And then Vicky leaves her husband and she regretted it ever since. So that's what I was thinking, like that was happening with Teddy's situation, but it's not at all. It's so complicated.
Yeah, so we know he cheated first. Like that's like the story, correct? So like talk us through that.
Well, here's the thing. So of course, after this whole thing gets released and comes out, all of a sudden we get Page 6 coming out, which Teddy and Tamra both have a relationship with Page 6 conveniently. And it talks about the fact that Eddie had an affair. And again, or Edwin, I'm sorry, Edwin had an affair. And again, some of you guys pointed out that she indicated at one point that there was like an affair in her marriage. And I asked those people who indicated or who told us about that, was it within the last year? Because I feel like she only put it out there in case she ever got caught. Because why didn't she talk about it on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Let's be real. So this affair apparently, allegedly, from Page 6 happened between 2015 and 2016. And they said that it happened while Teddy was applying to be on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So if that's the case, why did Teddy never speak about it on the season that she was on?
Yeah.
Why does it come on
because
now?
At the point she was trying to obviously protect her marriage and make sure that they look like a united, good couple up front. And maybe they were. Maybe she was willing to move past that and try to make their marriage work. Yeah.
Well, she was willing to move past it, but then conveniently within the last year, she implies that cheating happened. And I think it's because she probably either said, what if this ever gets out there? Or she, felt guilty. So to make herself feel better about cheating, she's bringing up how Edwin cheated on her first. So at that point, it doesn't matter. You decided to forgive him. You never brought it up on the show. You never wanted to talk about it. None of that stuff. You decided to forgive him. That doesn't mean just because he cheated, now it's okay. Or now we kind of feel for you because you know what? He cheated on you first. No, you decided to move on with him. So it's not a tip or tap thing.
100%. And then I feel like there has been speculation because like she's basically saying like you guys don't know the whole story. Do we think that like they were not together at this point or he cheated again?
No, they were together. It says that the cheating happened between 2015 and 2016. When she says you guys don't know the full story, in my head, how I look at it is she's saying that we don't know that she also got cheated on. And then conveniently after she released that on her podcast, the next day, Page 6 comes out and says Edwin had cheated on her in 2015 and 2016. And then the first insider alleged the girl was a girl named Missy, and that was Teddy's best friend. And so they put out that detail. And however, then page 6 says, like, a second source swears the two women maybe interacted 4 times at most. And then they say like it's a betrayal, but they say that, but this all happened the day after she released that podcast and said, you guys don't know that there's more to the story. So how I'm looking at it is like, you don't know that he also cheated on me and we went through stuff in our relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I think what sucks about it, like, they both are bad people for doing this to each other in their relationship. I think what sucks is that, you know, the other woman from the other relationship, it's like how, like with the horse trainer, it's like, that's what's so sad. And like, you're ruining someone else's lives. And it's like, why do you guys do this to people? Like, why is this a thing?
Well, you know what's so awkward is this past weekend, Teddy was at the same place as the wife. Her name is Carly, and she appeared at the same place because it was like a horse event, and Teddy's daughter is in this. She plays, or she rides these horses. So how uncomfortable that you just did that with your daughter, who it's like involved in her like activity and stuff. Like, how uncomfortable. So now you saw Carly there, and she was like with 2 other people, and then you see Teddy, and Teddy looks mad and she looks pissed, and it's like, why are you pissed, girl? Why are you pissed?
I wonder, is this other couple breaking up? Has anyone heard anything about the other couple?
So Carly was actually wearing her wedding ring.
Oh.
And yep, so she was still wearing her wedding ring. She was like down, whereas in Teddy was on the bleachers, which makes me wonder why Edwin wasn't there to support the daughter, because this was in Las Vegas, I'm pretty sure. And it's like, why wasn't he at the horse event? And why was Teddy only there? I don't know, maybe because it's awkward just because they knew Carly was going to be there. I'm not sure.
I mean, like, do you think he wants to see the man that his like wife has been effing? Like,
but
I'd be pissed.
The man wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
It was just it was just Carly that was there. And we find out that Carly didn't tell Edwin when she found out about the affair, and that she was willing to give Simon another chance and stay with him. But last month, Carly found proof that the affair was still ongoing and it had become emotional. And they say that Simon has like a history of cheating, and Carly was tired of being connected to him. Edwin only learned the affair last month when Carly told him. So
I love that behavior. Like, I think someone that asked, like, would you tell the ex, like, what, like the other person's like husband? Hell yeah, I would. You best to believe I would.
Would you? Okay, well, what if you guys are working it out? Would you?
Oh.
If you and your husband are working on things, would you go and be like, I'm going to tell that the husband deserves to know? Would you go? I don't know.
I know that's hard. It's hard to say. Obviously, we're not in the shoes, but I think it all depends on like who it is too. But I do think like all parties should know, like everyone should know, and then everyone should figure out what they want to do on their own, but I do think it's best that all parties know. Because like, how messed up is it? They end up finding out that you knew and you just didn't say anything. It's like, I don't know. It's just such a messy situation.
Yeah. And we did talk about this, I think, but to make things worse, Teddy was in Florida with Simon when Carly gave birth to her second child in California. And also there's so many posts like of Carly commenting on Teddy's post. And right now Teddy follows Carly on Instagram, but Carly doesn't follow Teddy on Instagram. And
oh my God, like, so that is just so gross.
Yeah, after Carly thought it was super shady that he was in Florida with Teddy at the same time, what she did was she went through his phone, and then that's when she saw like absolutely everything. And then she apparently confronted both Simon and Teddy about it, and they absolutely confessed to it, and Teddy promised it wouldn't happen again. But then months later, Carly saw that it was still going on in like an emotional way. Probably like, I want to leave, but I don't know what to do. Like, who even
bullshit.
Yeah. Who knows how it could be. So then we find out that Teddy goes and files for divorce. And apparently she filed so that he didn't have the chance to file and get her for adultery. So I guess what would happen if he got her for adultery. Maybe like she wouldn't make as much money or get as much money from him.
Yeah, I don't know how the California laws are, if that's where they're from, but like each state has their own like thing about adultery. It has its own thing with the prenups with
Yeah.
adultery. Like there's so many things involved. I'm not sure.
But that's kind of ballsy of you. It's like
I
you
know.
sat there, you go and you cheat, and then all of a sudden with another married, this man's married, and then you make sure to beat Edwin once you realize that you guys aren't going to work out on things because he found out about this in September and she just filed 2 weeks ago. So you realize you guys aren't going to be able to work on things and you file before he can, and then you file for full custody.
The thing is with all these things is like they think that things are going to go away, but no, it makes everyone more interested. It makes people want to know the full story. So it's like get ahead of it, say your truth, say your side, and that's it. Like you have a platform, people are listening to you all the time, and you need to say what it is. Maybe you guys had a miserable marriage for the last year and you felt that like you needed to step out. Like whatever it is, like get in front of it, get ahead of it, explain your side, and then let's move on.
Well, she's saying that she's trying to protect the children so she won't speak on it, and that's fair. I get that. But it's like also you speak on everyone else's. Like that's what your podcast is. You speak on everyone else's personal lives, everything. So of course it's going to come back to you.
You don't have to make it like make your ex-husband look bad, in any situation. You can just explain like small things and people will get to it.
I'm curious what Kyle thinks about all of this because that's her best friend. And Kyle also, throughout the Real Housewives, we've seen rumors of Mauricio doing stuff, and that which like shook Kyle up multiple times. So obviously there's no way that she supports this. And I hate that excuse that, just like you said, well, they've had a horrible marriage the last year. And it's like, well, yeah, she was checked out. And maybe she's like, I'm still not over him cheating on me back in 2015, 2016. But it's like you had another kid with him.
Yeah.
That's what will never make sense to me. But so it sounds like Simon and Carly, not only was Carly wearing the wedding ring after this whole Teddi Mellencamp affair, Simon, who Teddi, had this affair with, posted on his Instagram story a photo of him and Carly and put, "I love you, Carly."
Oh my gosh.
So I'm sure Teddy's mortified by this because as usual, the guy does such a shitty thing and then he's going to stay with his wife.
Yep.
So they are definitely working on things. And it's a photo of her smiling. Carly looks happy. She didn't look happy at that same event as Teddi. I'm sure she's not loving the attention. She has kids as well, but her kids are a little bit younger.
And now your whole friend circle knows, like that would be such a gossip mill in our community. Like people would be like loving that kind of story. And it's like, that's so embarrassing.
Yeah, it's truly so embarrassing. I'm interested to see what else comes out of this.
Yeah.
But I can see Teddi absolutely saying that, they had a horrible marriage and I never got over the fact that he cheated on me. And I heard there was multiple women, but it's like you decided to have another kid and you didn't leave him.
Yeah, I agree. Which is gross of Edwin. Like you're like, what's wrong with these people? Like, I just don't get it.
I know.
Like, why do they get married? Why do they have kids? Like, why do you guys do these things? And like, you like can't stay faithful. You don't like your partner. It's like, just leave.
I am always that person. I know this is so toxic, but I'm convinced that 90% of men will cheat if given the opportunity. That's why like my husband lives at home because I'm scared. And it's also like I feel like you're like that too, though.
I just think that it's silly for any girl to say, and guy maybe, like to say to say like my wife or my husband will never 100% cheat on me. It's like, no, like we see it so often that like it's very silly for all of us to think that way.
I mean, yeah, my husband
like everyone should be on guard a little bit.
Yeah, like, exactly.
Like just, like I'm not saying check the phone weekly, but check the phone every 6 months. Like check the phone every 3 months. Like make sure like, I hear stories about a new cologne. Like that's not true sometimes because people are like, oh, my husband got a new cologne. And like, it's just funny. Like I've heard stories, of small things like that. And like, listen, like the truth always prevails. You will always get caught. Mm-hmm. Even if it's 9 years down in the relationship, they're going to get caught. So it's
no matter what.
Yeah. So it's like, okay. I mean, maybe that one-off like that they did and like it wasn't an affair and like maybe, God wants to save them in their marriage for some reason. Like, okay. And then they don't do it again. But, like especially if you're having an affair, you will get caught. So.
Well, people say you shouldn't check your husband's phone, vice versa, because if you trust them, you shouldn't have to check it. But
No,
I
no.
disagree with that. I
I mean,
disagree because
I trust my body being healthy, but I still go to the doctors just to make sure. Like we need to do that,
girl,
okay?
I like
Yeah.
that.
No, you need to check. I'm sorry. I I really don't check my husband's phone, but like every 2 months, I would say every month I do. Even if it's just to like see like if he's talking about me, like how he says things. Like I like to just I'm nosy, but hopefully thank God he doesn't listen. But yeah, I say you have to check. You have to check.
I'm the same. I check my husband's phone probably like once a month. And then there was this new feature I saw on TikTok where you can see the recently deleted. So I was so excited about this, not because of cheating or anything. I'm like, what if he's like ever said something about me, Like, even though my husband has like no personality in the sense where he'll like
Oh,
open up to other people.
I need to see this recent deleted thing. Where is it
Yeah.
at?
I'll show you. So I
Well,
found it
it's
on
more because like me and you talk shit, so I need to make sure like no one can read our text
exactly.
messages.
Exactly. Oh my God. It's like, and I tell Chantal too much. So I'm like, if he ever did that, I would like if he ever went through my phone, I'd be so scared.
Yeah,
Like that's the
I'm
shit
scared for
I'm
myself, you guys.
hiding.
I'm not scared to what to find. I'm
Right.
scared for someone to find my shit.
Exactly. That's literally what I'm hiding is like if I like talk crap or something. But so I went to his phone and I was like, let me check. I was so excited about this, which is so scary. What is wrong with me? And I looked at the recently deleted and everything was like, you have a dentist appointment at 4 p.m. Confirm. And all of those were deleted. And I was like, phew, like I love that my husband's kind of antisocial.
Yeah, another good thing is like check locations. Like there's a way to check like your most favorite locations. Because like if your guy is really good about deleting everything, or like they do things through Snapchat or whatever, like check locations. This is like such toxic behavior, but that's another good one.
Yeah.
Because if you saw there somewhere that you never, or like a hotel, or you see something, you're like, what the heck is that?
If they're at a hotel, they're cheating on you, mama. So
But that's what I'm saying. You have to check the location.
we need to stop just blaming men on cheating though, because
No,
actually,
women
Chantal,
do too.
I've been seeing a lot that women do cheat too. And I'm like, how do you find the time? Like,
Yeah, and
where?
girls, if you guys are doing it, enough. Break up the relationship, okay?
Yeah, you're going to eventually get caught.
Yeah.
Let us know if you are, though. I'm so interested to hear about why.
Yeah. No, I know. I get so intrigued. I'm like, why do people do it? Like, what makes you get to that point? I think it is the reason why people don't break it up is the excitement. They're usually not they're usually not fulfilled. And it is the excitement of maybe getting caught or maybe getting attention in that moment, but they don't realize like the repercussions of actually losing that person that they love,
Yeah,
So,
and your whole life is affected.
But no one goes that far down and thinks about it.
Right. Yeah, no.
Or maybe this is the excuse to like, ruin their life, where like they're like, this is the excuse for me to get out, instead of just saying like, I don't want to be with you. Because that's hard to do too,
Yeah, no, 100%. What else is there? Oh yeah, Teresa was on Watch What Happens Live yesterday.
I know, and everyone was in like up in arms about her being second chair, which you guys like. It was Ashley's show that's airing. It's Potomac, so like, and she was on for probably like promoting House of Villains, or I don't know, like what did they say why she was on? But
yeah, she was on for House of Villains.
I didn't think it was a big deal that she was second chair. It's a big deal if she's second chair to someone else that's not even on the Housewives and that show's not airing. Then that's a big deal to me. Did you think it was a big deal she wasn't second chair?
No, I thought she was going to be second chair because it was coming on Sunday after Potomac airs with Ashley. How insulting would that be if it's Ashley's show, New Jersey's not even on, and Ashley's on the second seat?
Yeah, and Ashley is an OG, so it's like you guys too. Like, and we're not saying she's better or more iconic or whatever the case is, but like,
no, it's literally because the show is airing. Name me a show of a housewife that appears to promote something else, and with another housewife that show's currently on, and they're in the first seat. That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But I thought it was so funny. I thought she did well. I love when she blows out her hair, and I thought she looked so good. And I just thought overall she did very well on it, answering questions. She did bring up, that she had texted Tamara over like Tamara commenting on her or something. And I'm glad that she did do that because Tamara's weird obsession with her is like it's just weird,
Yeah,
So,
you guys are not even on the same show. You guys don't even run the same circles. Like, what's happening here?
Yeah, they did ask her about the fact that she's on TikTok and she does cooking videos. And she was like, you guys, I have cookbooks. I do videos of me cooking all the time. And apparently she said that her and Melissa have each other blocked. So she's like, I don't see any of her stuff. But she shut that shit down real quick.
Because someone asked her, like, do you see like how Melissa now is doing cooking videos?
Yeah.
And so like, and even Andy was shocked. Andy was like, she does? Like, you know, he was confused that she does cooking videos. I know, he's shady.
Yeah. Like, cause you know, I think Bravo has them ask those questions. They come up with the questions and you just appear.
Oh.
So yeah. Another thing, by the way, you know how Shannon Bedore said that if Alexis Bellino comes back, she implied that she wouldn't come back, you know, like she was straight up asked.
And then said that like, on Nick Viall's podcast.
Yeah. And but she said like, yeah, I'm not doing it. I won't film with her. But she did imply, like the question was, would you come back? And she's like, no, I'm not filming with her. So now she's saying, no, I just meant it as like, I'm going to come back. I'm grateful for the show, but I just wouldn't film with her. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like a Melissa Teresa thing where they won't, I guess they'll be around each other, but they won't talk, which I don't know if that's the show's direction and where they want to go.
Yeah, I think that's kind of weird. It's like you kind of do still have to talk, you know, especially in this group of ladies. Like we're not dividing things in this show, and I think they're going to make sure they don't do that.
Yeah.
She's just trying to do an empty threat to get her away, and she's not going to go away.
Well, it didn't work. So because she went and she retracted and was like, no, like I'm so grateful for the show. The show's been everything for me. I'm super, super grateful. Another thing, by the way, so you know how Kenya, she stopped filming season 16 because she allegedly displayed posters of the new housewife Brittany performing sexual acts and then immediately got suspended and then obviously has never returned. She's actually speaking out about it and it's on allabouttrh.com and she got emotional. So she addressed the exit and she did take accountability. Like she said, you know, hindsight is always 50-50. If I could do it all over again, I believe the photos were distasteful and I elevated the situation. I've elevated situations before and I've taken full accountability for things that I've done. And she is that type of person who does go too far. But she said that she was sorry. But then she says, but when I felt threatened, I've never had a child in a situation like this before. So that's why it escalated to the point where I was protecting not only myself, but my child. She says that she's not filming the season, obviously, but that she's still under contract and remains an employee of the network for now. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think like if she was asked back, she would come back right away. So
yeah, I think because obviously she's, you know, they haven't talked about the next season. So she's just being technical where she's like, I'm still technically employed, but it's like, you're not. Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever. Or maybe they're going to keep her like that, where it's like, you weren't fired, but you were let go. I mean, you're not on this season. Like, who knows? Like,
so what you're saying, maybe they'll bring her back next season?
Maybe. You never know because because like how crazy Atlanta has been, like how it's been bad and they did this and they did that. And like, it's like, no one knows where that show's going.
Yeah. They did bring Portia back though.
I know.
So that's good. And Phaedra.
Yeah. Which they needed. We need the OGs.
Yeah. But those are some of the hot topics. So Beverly Hills comes on tomorrow, you guys.
So excited.
Yeah, we're excited. We're going to definitely recap Beverly Hills. And then, you know, we have the final part of Orange County this week.
Yes.
Are you ready to have like a break from Orange County?
Yeah, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
like, it was interesting. It was a little toxic, not too toxic, you know, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a good season. But we hope you guys have an amazing start to your week. Happy Monday, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.